Hey, what's up, guys? It's Shaggy over at Shaggy's Consulting and Training. Just want to come on and we're going to do some updates, some stuff going on. Things are changing all the time. Set it on the screen so I can see what's going on. All right. Give me a second here. All right. So, hey, I wanted to come on, and if you guys want, you can share the video. If you don't want to share the video, you can. But we're going to be doing, I wanted to come on and talk like today, like this morning, just like recap it. When I didn't get to get on like Frank wanted to come on in the mornings and stuff like that, and it's hard for me to get on in the mornings because I always start off with so many phone calls and so many different things going on. And I wanted to talk. I hope everybody had a really good Father's Day. I hope everybody was at home. I hope everybody is built, always thinking about what's ahead. I do that all the time. We're constantly thinking, like me and Melissa are always building a plan. Sometimes it's changing things. Sometimes it's paying off stuff because interest sucks. What's up, Tarina on YouTube? If you guys are on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or wherever, hit the share button. We have a lot of great things coming on. We're always changing. I was in bed. Just say it. I was in bed. Frank made a good point. We were talking because we have a lot of stuff coming up. It's like the last Azip. Hey Azip, how are you? I started off with calls, calls, calls. People want to, it's all, everybody's wanting to network. Everybody's wanting customers. Everybody's tired of low boards. Everybody's tired of hiring drivers. Everybody's tired of company equipment, the breakdowns and stuff like that. Everybody's so caught up what everybody else is doing. Politics of trucking. But I wanted to come on at two. I'm doing great, Asa. I'm in class in office today. I got some 101s going. I'm working on my new the new boot camp coming up right now. We're going to be doing some changes and some things coming up. I wanted to give updates about what we're doing in the group and the Facebook group. And I'm ready. I've been doing this training for a really long time, and I'm ready to take it to a new level. I'm ready to excel it a little more. It's like it's your last show, and so the things that I've always like over the last so many years, we taught dispatching services, we taught people how to run dispatching services, we taught people how to open trucking companies, how to add on owner operators. What's up, Kyle? Add on owner operators, grow their businesses, And this weekend is so cool because it got my brain thinking back so far because so many people send me happy Father's Day. Thank you for doing what you do. And it makes it really cool to know that you have such good relationships to have people call you from 2011 and 2010 that are still in trucking today. What's up, Shanice? Nice to see you. Thanks to see you. And so, I teach brokering, and so my brain's been thinking always. And don't go nowhere because I'm going to give you some tips here in a little bit. I'm going to give you some tips that you should be doing right now if you weren't doing it this morning. I'm going to help you guys that are watching the channel or you're on YouTube or something. But I want to give you some killer tips, and go over some things. I'm going to spend a little bit of time here. But first thing I want to tell you what we're going to do with Shaggy's boot camp. Starting August 1st, naturally the price is going to go up and I'm raising it. And the reason I'm raising it is because we always allow a couple, two people, husband, wife, father, kid, whoever, they come in. And our boot camps aren't like nobody else. I don't care what anybody says. They're not like it. You go ask anybody that takes my boot camps. It's like the fucking military. And I've not been in the military, but Doc Warren keeps calling me an honorary drill instructor. So I guess it feels like that because in the boot camp, we tell you exactly how it fucking is. And if you don't like it, go to the sensitivity groups. You know what I mean? Like I seen a girl the other day doing sales calls to carriers, sounded like she was a broker. And you can only tell people how much money as a dispatching service and why they're doing it wrong. Okay, let me state this. There's two kinds of people. There's people that want to run a business and make a dollar until the dollar quits or it's not fun no more. And there's people that want to build product. People think they're building product, but they're not building product. They're not selling product. They're not doing product. They have nothing to offer. That this is why you can't recruit. This is why you can't get no more than a client of carriers in a database on your dispatching service, on your dispatching service, but calling them all day long, offering loads, wondering why they don't listen to you and take them. And then at the end of the week, you got 10 carriers or 20 carriers in your system, but you only booked a load for a couple of them and hope you made a percentage. Some people make good money. It's the same way with starting out with company drivers and not having orientation and wondering why it's like a free for all, or not being able to recruit owner operators because you don't have no product because you're never in the same places. You're not dedicated, local, no contracts. So my brain's been thinking over the last 3 or 4 weeks, and me and Kyle have worked really hard. Williams have worked real hard, and I've been enhancing my boot camps like crazy. Just ask any of my students. It's nuts. We're adding an e-carrier check. We're looking up customers in our own 50-mile radius in our own backyard. We're learning to build a local and dedicated and regional routes and dispatching. We're learning about building 7-day plans and not running everywhere, but running where we can actually service the customers when we actually see them being, because remember, just because brokers are out there doesn't mean brokers are the answer. Brokers are not the answer. It's the trucks that are the answer. And a lot of times you guys are so confused on what you do, or you don't know what you say, or you've never experienced it. You never get a chance to ever go to the next level and get customers. I mean, dispatchers are the ones that see them all day long. So in August 1st, I'm going to change my 3 boot camps around. I'm going to be adding another part to them. So they're already from 6 to like 11 p.m. at night. These armband things suck too, just so you guys know. They pinch your nerves. Oh, I have carpal tunnel tendonitis. There's something wrong in my shoulder and both arms right now. I have to wear these funky braces at night. My hands are swelling. But I want to take it to the next level. So in my boot camp starting in August, one, I'm raising the price. Number two, I'm going to put more into the boot camps. They're already worth more than what they are. Everybody, if I wanted to be the biggest trainer out there, I'd have like 5 or 6 schools, and I don't, because I like being the guy that helps take people to the next level. This dude that wears wife beater shirts and hat, he's bald headed with the name of Shaggy, because that's me. That's how I like to teach, and this is how I like to sell. Because my sales has nothing to do with it. I'm not scared to go sell or make phone calls or walk in customers because I literally have nothing to lose. A lot of you guys have a lot to lose. You have your companies, you have your authorities, you're only on load boards, you have your drivers. It's scary. I get it. And so I've been teaching this for the last, 10 years. All I've ever done is help everybody else. Like if I was to land a customer right now, I would have to give it to somebody, because everybody I help build up brokerages always goes and gets their own fucking agendas, and then their agendas are what they want. Then you get left on the table. So I'm on that fence too. But I'm getting ready to, in August, I'm going to start going door to door to customers, and we're going to do live. I'm going to do live. I'm going to go right down Highway 40 in my Scooby-Doo car and start landing customers. Now, what I do with those customers, we don't know. Another thing in my boot camps I'm getting ready to do on broker weeks is we're going to start studying our backyard. We're going to start studying the clients. We're going to study the brokers. We're going to study the carriers. And I'm going to start showing people how to get customers by Friday. And then on Thursday, the ones that actually show up and do the work, by Thursday, we're going to take these leads from our customers on Broker Week, and I'm going to take them with you, and we are going to call customers during the day. We're going to start about 10 o'clock in the morning, and we're going to work till about 3. Then we're going to take off from 3 to 6, and then you're going to come back and finish your night one. We're going to practice calling brokers and getting the leads. We're going to practice calling customers. We're going to practice calling carriers and showing you how you don't have to freak out with no credit score if you're actually selling a product. I want to take my company. I don't want to train all of the new people anymore that just want to be a broker with no trucking experience. I want to train trucking companies how to go get customers and how to utilize the brokerage through dispatching to service carriers to service a rate, so that way you can sell a product to customers for 50 weeks. I want to in dispatching week. I have a mapping and routing thing that I've been doing and I've been tinkering with, but I really love it. It's like the most favorite part about 84 hours and 7 days. How to build a home time, how to build a product from local to dedicated to regional, so you don't have to be chasing, and then how to build a network with people that aren't on load boards, that don't want to use load boards, and how to be available. Just like right now this morning, and when you guys got up this morning, if I was a customer or a broker that had dedicated freight where you lived 30 days from now, 30 days from today, I don't need a truck today. I need a truck in 3 weeks in this specific area that you need to be in, or an area like, let's say, New Orleans to Houston, or Houston to New Orleans, or Indianapolis to St. Louis, or Detroit to St. Louis. How could a customer be able to find you? And would you even be available for the call? Would you? Would you even do it? And if they did, would you have a 7 day plan kind of rate, or would it be the one and done, like, because it's $8 a mile, because that's what Jimmy got? And then you wonder why. Hey, what's up? Again, what's up, Kevin Murray? Uh, or would you be the guy that loses it because you don't know no better? When a broker calls you, do you get past the first guy and actually build the relationship? How many different levels of networking are you really doing? Like, how many different levels? How many places? And then, like I seen a lady the other day say, I got freight that never hits the load boards. No, you don't. You got fucking email lists. Stop telling these new carriers like you got something better than them. But besides that, I'm not yelling at people. I don't care what platform you use. I don't care who you pay to train you. All I can do anymore, and I'm going to stop worrying about people I worked with before, people that other brokers I worked with and built, and dispatching services that I built. I don't care what those people are doing. I don't care where they're going. I don't care about their agenda. Only people I care about is you. People like Kevin Marie, Shanice, Kyle, this Dadush, Azib, Lachia, and those people. I care about my students. I care about them learning about diversifying their company with doing different types of equipment, how to eliminate their equipment, why they're not making money, why they're not writing a paycheck for themselves. And so in August, when we come back on August 1st, our classes are going to change. We're going to do more about recruiting. Well, the big two that are going to change is dispatching and brokering, but all three of them are going to start being more product focused. And if people don't want to do the work, and you guys don't want to make the phone calls, and you don't want to actually do the research, and you want to be that lazy person that all they do is just call and like, hey, I'm a carrier. See your customer. Can I haul your freight? I got trucks type shit. Then don't call me. If you're going to be the broker that doesn't want to go find the carriers first, find the customers, find the carriers, find the brokers that are moving it, then sell the carriers and then sell the customers and do all that work, and you don't have time to do that before. If you don't want to be the carrier that goes after customers and then builds relationships with other carriers in the area of your own backyard and then learns how all the other stuff runs so you don't have to service it all, you can use other carriers to service it without have to put it on the load boards, then I'm probably not then don't come to my class. But I wanted to come on and tell you guys we're going to take it to the next level, and we're going to get some stuff done, and we're going to be doing it live. We're going to have reviews. We're going to do interviews of the students, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I haven't quite figured out the brokerage part yet that I'm going to do, because I want to teach sales and I want to land customers. That's not the hard part. I want to teach carriers brokers and people how to utilize. I want to teach carriers and brokers how to actually utilize the dispatching carriers, the other carriers, and not so much charge them a fee, but help control the network to better their company. But I don't. So, and I'm really good at it, and I want to get more focused, and it's going to happen, and in my trainings, and I'm really excited about that. What up, Numsy? How are you? And so I'm really excited about that, and it's been on my mind what to do next. It's like your last curtain. Yeah. So We've already started adding it in there, William. I wrote it out. It's like freaking like 30 pages, you know? So we've already started. We actually started last week in dispatching. We had the last 3 weeks, William, putting it in. It's really crazy. And I got students sending me their homework right now. It's so cool because you think about it, right? You shouldn't be on the load boards. You should be able to email. You should be able to, you should be emailing and going after customers. Like, how many people actually credit check at least 5 customers a day? How many people actually set up with 10 or 20 brokers every day that are in your own backyard, not just to maybe not even set up, just to call about certain lanes that they have? I mean, if a broker don't have trucks and they're just a broker and there's no relationship, which usually there isn't because most brokers don't care with no trucks, but they all say they do, but they don't. I'm not a big fan of it anyway. So, but I'm the carrier guy, right? So let's go chainsaw their balls off, right? Because if a broker was smart, they would go out and find the carriers and really become the salesperson for the carriers. And as they grew their brokerage, they would utilize more carriers in relationship. And they would also keep adding a couple too, but that's not what people want to do. They always want to take the easy streak and just sell, just make the percentages and call it good. And then they wonder why they're leaving so much money on the table. And I guess it always comes back to how hard you really want to work, right? How hard you really want to work. So, so we really want to focus on what ecarriercheck.com up in the corner is providing people, Jared and them. We really want to refocus on that software and teach people that it's not, you just don't call customers first. There's so much more involved. And the carriers are the ones that control it. But if you can't be able to service more than what you can handle, how do you service the customer when you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trucks? Well, it depends. How hard are you willing to work? How hard do you want to work? So, like when you take my broker class next week, I'm going to be adding part of that freight sales in there. It's going to be really crazy. We'll be doing it. We'll think about your own backyard, the customers, the carriers, the brokers, who's moving freight. Why am I not moving? Why is that guy moving? And when I get, how much freight does he handle? That broker, obviously, I mean, he's not a trucking company. How does he talk trucking to other carriers? I mean, you know, right? Why aren't you asking for customers? Why aren't you diversifying your trucking company? I'm asking you guys, you know what I mean? Why does this one, why would I tell a lady why do I tell a lady on Facebook, right? I've been around 17 years and the real brokers don't use load boards. Does somebody come and tell me I'm full of shit? Real people with real customers don't want to use load boards unless it's the last thing because because load boards have people like TQL, Suntech, Outland, Landstar, double brokers, and all that bullshit on there. So why would you want to jeopardize the relationship you work so hard and do it when there's so many better ways? It's because you don't want to do the work. It's just like, why would you go on FMCSA and print off a list of leads of new carriers and call up a guy and be like, hey, my name is Susie with the dispatch with in logistics. What kind of equipment do you have? And then, hey, I'd like to get your information with my packet. It's not a binding contract, and I would like to match you up some freight. I have freight on email lists from brokers that you don't have, supposedly, but it's not true. They're just fucking retarded because some person put that stupid shit in their head as a dispatching service. And then all you do is try to play dot to dot as a percentage. By the time you do all that, you might as well just be a broker and actually go get the customers the right way and do it, because that's not a real dispatching service. A real dispatching service is when you're doing sales calls, is where I call up William Triplett and say, hey, William, how are you? And William says, hey, how are you? Great. And hey, man, my name's Shaggy, and I'm in a consulting or logistics. I noticed you guys do. I already looked you up, and I noticed that you guys do have trucks. You have 7 of them, and I noticed you're based out of Columbus, Ohio. Well, what kind of area are you running? Oh, you're freight chasing all over the place, man. That's not very good. How are you keeping a product freight chase? I'll tell you what I can do. I've already done my research, and I noticed that I have freight going nothing east of Ohio, where you live, west of Kansas City, south of Tennessee, north of Michigan. As a matter of fact, I've already built up some lanes from Columbus to Indianapolis and St. Louis and back, and then around Columbus, where I can make you, $7,000 to $10,000 a week, and probably have you home on weekends and home on weekends and get your drivers through the week. And really, what I like to do is actually concentrate on Columbus, Ohio, and some 300 miles out and back, so that way we could service your drivers And then what I'll do is once I have your numbers of what we need to make so you can grow your company, are you guys going to add on owner operators? Or are you just going to stay those company trucks? Because company trucks, one or two trucks broke down, you have to borrow from yourself. And when you're borrowing from yourself, that cuts it out, takes away from your profits, Williams. So that's not good. Hi, Miranda. That's not good. So what are you doing to fix that? Because if I just come in and sell you rates as a dispatcher on a fly-by-night stage, I'm literally not doing nothing for you. You could do that yourself, even though I thought I was doing it better. Because see, I would like to take your company, William, and grow it, help you grow it to the next level. Because I know hiring dispatchers is hard to find. I'm pretty experienced. Are you guys running your company like that now, William? Are you guys, are you guys running your company like that right now? Because I don't see it. Because literally, for you to diversify your company trucks, you'd need at least 200 operators at 15% lease, not the 7 and 10% these fly-by-night freight chasing guys are. Because now drivers are coming out. The 80, $90 a mile is gone. The rate per mile now is 60 cents, 64. They can make that at Taco Bell. So if you can't provide a product, so you listen to all these calls and who's teaching all these people to dispatching services like this. And I have no clue where this bullshit comes from. You know what I mean? It's just like whenever you're a broker, if I called up William Triplett as a broker and I wanted to use William Triplett's eight trucks because William, I'm running 50-50, as you know, since I took your class and you showed me the light. I get it. I was using you for example, William. It's just like if I call up William, right? And I know William lives in Columbus, Ohio, and Williams, and I'm looking, and I'm going to be a broker. So first thing I do is I go around Columbus, Ohio, and I find just go to Chambers of Commerce and all the little suburbs and stuff. Go in and write down all the customers on the industrial park, right? Then go to ecarriercheck.com and see the carriers that are hauling for those customers. And then go to ecarriercheck.com and find the 100 customers, find 100 carriers that are 20 trucks or less that are within Columbus, Ohio, where those customers are. If I was to pull up William Triplett's name, right, and call William Triplett up, and he answers the phone, because I guarantee you, with William Triplett being less than 25 trucks, right? I guarantee you that William's probably going to answer the phone. Now, if he was like 50, 75, 30, 40 trucks, there's an odds he may not be the guy that answers the phone. So if he answers the phone, if I was to call William up and say, "Hey man, my name's Shaggy in logistics. I'm new to sell, or I'm new in this business, but I've been doing sales for a while." And what I did is I went out and found like these customers, and William answers the phone, right? And I just right off the back, I tell him the customers that I'm going to go after. Obviously, he may work for some already through brokers, or he might be going direct, or he may not. He may not. He may be all brokers. If I was to go in and tell William to his customers to his face what I have his attention, I would. And he would be all ears. See, now I got attention. Number two, then if I was able to find out where he's running or tell him where he should be running and help him with that because I can better what he's already doing, that's win number two. And number three, if Williams is a smart guy and he's growing like he's supposed to, he should know his rate for 50 weeks plus the increments of it going up and down, because he wants to grow. That's what a business owner does. You have 7 trucks. Your goal is to make so much money off each truck. It's called a paycheck, and you want to do it for 50 weeks, not today or tomorrow. So if I was to go and offer that to him and tell him I would do it, do you think William would worry about my credit or just take a quick pay? You think he'd allow me to go sell for him and now use his assets to work for him? For me? Do you? I know a lot of people are like, this guy's crazy. I get it. I get it. I only cater to certain people. I get it. I understand. You guys just keep leaving that money on the table. Listen to these fucking people out there that teach you the way to do dispatching services at percentages where it's a free for all because you're too lazy to do the work. You don't network 3 hours every day, finding new people, new lanes. It's like you always say new brokers, but it's not new brokers. When you're networking to find brokers is because they're going to do work too, and your job is to have the assets to find the lanes and ask for the service. You're so scared. Call the corporate offices, call the businesses down the street. Get in your car and go drive. Is it a broker's market versus a trucker's market? Mm-mm. It's always a trucker's market. The only reason you think it's a broker's market is because of people like Freight Waves and DAT and what they put out there, because you don't ever know it. Like literally, if you haven't called 10 customers a day and offered your assets, like seriously, guys, listen, the 15 people on here today called, look up, go to Chambers of Commerce in your own backyard and pick 3 cities in a 50-mile radius, whether it's mom and pops or whatever. Drive around and write down 10 customers that don't have no security. There's trailers on the parking lot, preloaded or there. And all you do is call up and say this. Do not say, I'm at carrier base. Listen, dial up the phone number. They're going to answer the phone. Two things are going to happen if somebody actually answers. One, the guy on the phone is going to be, what do you need? What can I help you with? What do you want? Something like that, or lady. Or they're going to say, blah, blah, blah. How may I help you? When they say, how may I help you? Say, this morning my wife said I was unhelpable when I was getting up and leaving. So fuck, now that she said that, I don't know if I'm helpable at all. Shit, since COVID happened, I've been drunk all day. No, just kidding. Haha, just joking. And then listen for a response. Say something fun. And then once they respond, treat them like whoever answers the phone like they're the king of the world, and be smart and say, and if you're smart and you're in business, that's why I'm talking to trucking companies right now. You should know the customer. Hey, I noticed that you guys have flatbeds laying in the parking lot. And that's awesome, because I noticed that you guys make steel coils, I-beams, rebarbs, and stuff like that. And I noticed you guys use flatbeds. And I noticed that you guys ship locally right here. And if you're really smart, you would add some lanes to it, but you may not. If you don't even go that far, that's fine. Acknowledge them, acknowledge what they manufacture, acknowledge their trailers. If you can acknowledge 3 or 4 lanes that they have, that that they're moving because brokers are posting them, or vice versa, and then tell them their solution. I have flatbeds in that area. The only thing I don't know is, are you guys working with brokers, or do you work with carriers, or both? We're available tomorrow. And see, a lot of times they're going to say, hey, we have enough carriers right now. But that's because when you called, you just said, hi, my name is William Triplett. I got trucks. I'm a trucking company. Can I work with you? That's not how you do it. People always screw themselves because they call in and they say, I'm a broker. They don't talk. They don't solve anything. Or they call in and they say, I'm a trucking company. Well, they got 40 trucking companies. They're busy right now. Their phones are ringing. Things are going on. You have to set the hook. The hook is the problems. You have to address them. You have to wake them up and let them know what just like whenever I sell people for my class and they call me, I'm like, well, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? You should be doing this. You should be doing that. And then this is what I can do for you. Is that what you're doing when you sell? Is that what you do when you sell your owner operators? Is that what you do when you're looking for company drivers? Is that what you do? Or are you just that same guy selling a percentage, selling your whole what you have? You something simple. You don't have anything. Freight chasing, no consistency, no home time. You hope it works. You can't guarantee nothing. How do you expect to compete? I drove to work today and seen $15 to $20 hour jobs. What if you do 2 of those a week? That's more than I can make driving for you in a truck. And I know I'm going to eat at home, sleep at home, and I'm going to be off on the weekend and I'm going to hug my wife. Motherfucker, what's your product? What do you have to offer me? See, so in the next 3 weeks, starting August 1st, my boot camps are going to change. All of them, all 3 of them. We're going to be the ones that are getting stuff done. Not like all this stuff that's out there. We're going to be teaching more dispatching, more stuff like that, more, finding. And, people keep sending me comments about dispatching services, right? About finding clients. I just did that call a few minutes ago, like fake call with William. And William agreed. If I called him up, no matter if he's dispatching now, if I called up with a product like that and could free William up to be able to do more, I would have his business. That's why I sit back and I can sell a lot easier than a lot of people, because it's not my sole process. It's not my only money. I can do dispatching. I can have owner operators tomorrow. I can go sell insurance, fuel cards, factoring. I could go and I could right now guarantee you I could go and make $200,000 a year in probably the next 4 or 5 months just doing freight sales for a big carrier that has a brokerage sitting there, or a carrier that hasn't even done nothing. All he's doing is fucking contracts through brokers already. Well, how do you think those brokers sold for you? They sold your carrier. So why would I leave that on the table? Why are you leaving it on the table? I get it if you're a one truck guy, no help. I understand. I feel sorry for you guys. Or two trucks. I get it if you're stranded with company trucks. I get it if you didn't build 100 brokers or network before you started and you're running behind. I get it. I get it if you started in the last 2 or 3 months and it's not what you thought it was by the time you got going. And now it's like fucking, you're like, like that the whole time. Going, holy shit. It's like crazy. And then all you hear is everybody, you're going from one dispatcher to the next, one dispatcher to the next, one dispatcher to the next. I get it, guys. I get it. I get it. I get it. And you don't even know if you have time to slow down and stop. I get it. I totally understand. I just like getting somebody to commit to one of my trainings. My trainings are Monday through Thursday for 6 to 11 p.m. at night. Most of the time we go to 12 for 3 weeks. Three. And now we're adding a whole nother 6 or 7 hours to it on Thursday, starting August 1st, just so we can do the real work during the day when people are at work. Because it's the next curtain, right? The next curtain is to go and take carriers that done the research and show these carriers how customers want them first. That's what they want. They're the ones that are liable. They're the ones that was right. It's the coolest thing in the world to see somebody learn how to stand their ground and make somebody pay for something that they were getting manipulated. And you guys should. You should never be held up for detention times, layover, truck orders not used, or whenever there's damage on your trailer and you're sacrificing because a broker's a dumbass or their customer is. You need to know what to do and what you can get away with. And so many of you are letting them push you over because what it is they don't want to pay. Their customer messed up. They don't want to pay. That's fine. Well, they're not going to put freight guards on you. They're not going to go and turn it into the insurance company because customers don't want problems and people don't want to wait 90 days. You just have to learn how to hold your ground, how to stop communicating by voice and letting them bitch you around on the phone. And documents. Everything's about social media, image, and display. Think about how many times in the last 2 years that you've had a problem where you've been screwed over, damages are put, pallets, lumber stuff messed up, double brokered on, got there, your appointments messed up. And what did you do to protect yourself? What kind of diversity do you have? Did you understand power only? Or did you build those relations at the same time so you could tell a broker, hey, screw you, I'm parking this trailer over here. I'll go pull this one until I make money. When you guys get your shit figured out, I'll bring your load back and know you're not repowering it. So some dickhead from TQL could steal my trailer too, and then I get stuck for it. The free-for-all stuff that you guys are allowing these percentage dispatching services and people out here to do to your business as a trucking company is totally unreal, guys. It's just not right. It's not cool. But anyways, I'm just jabbing and talking too much. I'm so sorry. And I notice people are coming and going. It's during the day. So I hope you guys share the video. Guys, we have Broker Week coming up on Monday, June 27th. It's from 6 to 11. Always make sure you do all three. We only have 20 spots. We have 4 or 5 spots for next brokerage and 15 for trucking. And all of it goes up. I'm going to raise the price. I'm available 24/7. We're going to change the level of the classes, and it's going to get more extensive, and it's going to be so much fun. Anyways, I don't know what else to say. I just, think about today. How are you networking? If I'm a customer or a broker, how many customers? Why are you have your own authority? And why can't you talk to customers? Do you understand how to talk to customers? Are you the same guy that's calling brokers and saying, ones that pick up, ones that deliver, what's the load weight? What's the weight? What's the product? And then the broker asks you what it pays. And then you ask him, oh, what's it pay? And you wonder why you're getting screwed, right? You wonder why you're not getting the rates. It's because you don't know. You're waiting for them and then you adjust it. That's not how bidding and stuff goes, especially with customers. So when When are you going to take your stuff to the next level and have a plan, right? And then who's going to help you do it? Are you going to keep letting everybody else do it for you, or are you going to take control of your business? You don't even, you know, it's funny. Most of you guys don't even go to family reunions or talk to your parents or even hang out with relatives, but you allow your business to be ran by some motherfucker you don't even know because they don't want to go work at a job no more. They don't want to own a trucking company, and they were taught by some training school in fucking Savannah, Georgia or something, where all you learn is percentage and stuff and some retarded broker shit where you call up and say, my name's Jim Bow Brokerage, and I'd like to move your freight. You got anything you need help with taking care of? We're, whatever. That works. Like everything works if you want to hustle it, right? But there's always a right way to do things and a wrong way. And I guess it just depends on how serious you are about your business and how far you want to be in business, right? Or what kind of claims you have, or if you're ever going to build credit, or if you're going to have a truck breakdown and have the parts be detained for 2 months because you can't get them in, right? Right. So today, my question is why are you not calling customers in your own backyard? What is stopping you from doing it? And if you called the customers and they said you're not big enough, or maybe not, how would you get bigger than you are? And then would you put it on the load boards to risk it with people like TQL and dispatching services, or would you actually know how to talk to William Triplett and get him to work with you because he don't have a salesperson? What are you going to do? Well, how long are you going to play this game? How long are you going to let this be a free for all? When are you going to start running a business? When are you going to take the training to get you to that business? When are you going to do the work? When are you going to stop letting other people run your business and diversify and build multiple streams of income? Are you willing to do it? Or you just want to keep sitting on this piece of shit DAT board? You guys are looking at the same board I am, right? So like all these people on like in Indianapolis, there's like 60 loads for 1.5 million power units, right? Or whatever, 100,000. That's not freight. Those brokers on there don't care about you. On just, well, I'm looking at it right over on the side over here. They don't care. I look at it every morning and I wonder. And then I go and see the 70 trucks posted. And then I go look for people that are posting with direction to let people know that they need freight from Columbus, Ohio to Columbus, Ohio for the next 30 days. And I don't see people posting like that. Is that because you can't think too far ahead? 2 days is as far as you go because you're worried about somebody canceling on you and getting a freight card? Is that all you know? How many emails did you send out saying that I need freight from Indianapolis for the next 30 days? How many emails did you send out saying I need freight from Indianapolis to St. Louis and back, or where you live? And if you did, could you even get back and service it? If dispatching services can get a load board at DAT and do stuff like that, how come you don't do it ahead of time so you don't have to pay somebody? I mean, you text your wife. I mean, you guys, you have downtime. Are you playing Pokemon Go or playing your video games? Are you on TikTok bitching about stuff, but you still don't have no customers? Are you listening to owner operators or people that have gone out of business that are giving you advice? What is your plan? Like, what are you doing? You can always tell when people don't do the work when they call me. Anyways, I'm going to hang up. I'm getting off here. Unless you guys have questions for me about my boot camps, I'm here to answer. If you guys have questions about my trucking, dispatching, or whatever's changing, I'm here to answer. I'll give you a few minutes. You guys let me know if you have any questions. What do you guys have a problem? Let's just talk. What do you guys have a problem? Some people are saying recruiting drivers. So if I was a driver or owner operator, you were doing recruiting, what do you have to offer? Do you offer paid on Fridays? So much per mile, 1,500 a week. What do you offer? Like, what me to live like that now? Did you know when you actually build a product where people are making money for a while, all the recruiting comes from your drivers and the product you have, or you guys, that's why you can't sell because you have no product? Is that what your problem is? What questions do you guys have for me about brokering, trucking, dispatching, finding clients? A lady sent me a message a little while ago about finding dispatching clients. I'm like, why is dispatching clients so hard to find when you have a product? Anybody want to run nothing? Make $7,000, $10,000 a week and be home during the week and on weekends running nothing but Indianapolis to St. Louis, 300-mile radius, or nothing east of Ohio or west of Kansas City? Or do you want to run all over the place? And we keep you pre-planned at 3 to 5 loads at a time, always ahead. Some of our stuff is customer related. What do you guys? I mean, what is your product? When I get going like this, I don't think people actually pay attention. They think everything is where you just get your authority, get an insurance company, get some compliance guy with full lease and or whatever, and then you find drivers, you buy a truck, you give them a key, do a little road test, throw them the keys, and do stuff, and then you get a dispatching service that runs the driver that don't know how to service compliance, safety, or your operations because they're running 10 trucking companies. I mean, I don't know. I guess that sounds good. Why would you let somebody run your business? I'm asking you guys. Why do you sit there all day like this waiting for something to happen? Wait the next load. Or, no, it's busy. No, I'm on hold. Nope, it's busy. Damn, another one. No, that's too cheap. Yep, nope, that's busy. No, 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 fuck. No, we don't go there. I'm sorry. No, we don't go there. What's your truck's post? Yeah, but we don't go there. Yeah, that's too heavy. Then your redo is too cheap. Yeah. Okay. Nope, that's not good. Oh, I mean, I gotta get this one. I got this other phone out here. Yeah. Nah, fuck. Now I gotta switch over to this load board. Yep, that one. Nope, that's not right. Yep, no. You don't want that one? Oh, but I worked for like 4 hours on that. I know I sent you to Denver, but you said if I sent you there for $4 a mile, you would take the two something out. Well, oh, but you won't? Well, you don't live there. I know you don't live there. Then why did I see it? Because it was. I told you when I booked it in Dallas, it was going there. It was going to pay good. I mean, you're going to have to do that. Do you want me to send you back to Dallas? Well, no, because I don't know when I'm going to get back down there because there's a lot of trucks. There's no front. Dude, there's only 30 loads on the board right now. I'm calling every one of them. I barely get through. With network? Well, I don't have a network because I just got you like last week. You just got your authority grant new. I mean, shit, I'm trying to get you set up with everybody. There's only so many people who use you in the next 30 days, you know? Is that you? What is that crap? Anyways, that's not fun, man. I've been there. I've seen it over and over and over. You have to build a local, dedicated regional route for every one of your clients so you can sell and go after customers. You guys are no different than the big guys. They all started right where you're at. So, guys, I see my numbers dropping. It's daytime. No one cares. I get it. So, all right. So, you guys, we have a lot of stuff coming up. Broker weeks next week. It's not just brokers. So when I say brokers, broker, freight sales, how carriers get customers, and then why brokers are important, and why everything plays in. Right, it's part of the wheel. And then trucking is the 18th, and then all the prices go up, and we're going to start adding some more. We're going to add another 18 hours 15 to 18 hours to all my training because I'm missing it. I want to be able to do the live routing. I want to do the product building. I want to do the sales calls. I want to do carrier building calls and all that stuff. It's coming up. I want to get more hands on. I like seeing success. I like seeing hands on success with my students. And I like knowing that they're doing the work. And the only way to do that is to make sure I see them doing the work while I'm doing the work with them, and that's one of my favorite things. And so we will be adding that, and that's why I came on to add some more. And always remember, if you're in trucking right now and you're using a dispatcher or you're the dispatcher, if I was a customer or or a broker and I had freight a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks out that is contracted type freight, how would I find you and how would I offer it to you besides going on Carrier for one? And I know you people aren't doing this because I have the broker side of the board where I see how people network, and you guys suck. Every one of you. Not every one of you, but most of you suck. I have my license, just got in April on authority, renting a truck, got my DOT, looking to drive. Hold on. So I have my license, just got in April, waiting on an authority, renting a truck, got my DOT, looking to drive for somebody, OTR, dedicated, doesn't matter. As long as the pay adds up with the work trustworthy. By the way, I love how you're being genuine and straightforward. Hey, man, thank you for coming on, man. Howard. Hey, Howard, write down my phone number. Write down my phone number. It's right here on the screen, 812-870-2039. And just, I give it straight. There's no reason not to fucking give it straight, guys. I mean, you guys got so many people out here that are feeding you full of shit. Like TikTok's on steroids. I started TikTok back up this weekend, and as soon as I got it on and seeing how people can abuse other people on screens and stuff like that and everything, it's gone. It's gone. I have no use for that. I only have one mode. Let's work. Let's work, 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 work. None of this stupid shit like that. I can't do that. I mean, I don't want to do it twice. I mean, it's all about business. When we're at work, it's business. When we're training, it's business. When we're teaching, it's business. When you guys are on vacation, when I go to Florida here in 2 weeks, that's vacation. Howard, my phone number is right there on the screen, 812-870-2039. You're more than welcome to give me a call after 1 or after 2. Like answer the phone. And I'll be hooking you and I'll help you. And and that's the thing, Howard. You were smart, right? You need to lease on, right? And while you're leasing on, give a guy like be an owner operator for 6 months, 8 months, build up your money, understand your costs, right? And while you're leased on, get a load board, get the load board, get ecarriercheck.com, and then start thinking about where you live, because the whole reason you become an owner operator, get your authority, is not to go out there with this image where you're that old school guy where your buddy Steve's telling you stories about how your wife's getting fucked by him while you're gone or you're getting divorced. Your goal is so that way you can be home for Father's Day, be home on the weekend, make money for 50 weeks. Know that not every load pays the same. It's an average across. And if you need 7,700 to write you a 2,500 paycheck, put 1,500 in the bank and pay truck, trailer, fuel, fixed costs, and escrow. Well, sorry, 1,500 for fuel cost. Take out the fuel, the insurance, the truck payment, the trailer payment, fixed cost, escrow, and make sure your paycheck's there. So many people have it all wrong because the owner operator company pays you $3,500. You're like, woo! And you put it in the bank, and as long as you got money in the bank, you're still doing good. But that's not how it works. You pay yourself a check, and then that money stays in the bank. This money goes over here, and then you keep growing the business, and then you keep building it, and then you duplicate it. And the big thing is that the big thing too is to start building that network, right? While you're still working with somebody, learn how take the classes, learn how to ask for customers while you're working for somebody else. You may not be able to use that customer at that carrier or anything, but no one said that you guys cannot be leased on and have the work before you start. Everybody's like, well, no one will use you in the first 90 days. Well, yeah, that's the big brokers, the people like that, and all that stuff. I get it. I know everybody's gonna say I'm stupid and I'm wrong because there's 75,000 brokers out there, and every customer in the world has the rules that no one can work for anybody in 90 days. It's gonna be hell. I get it. Stupid. So fucking stupid. Grow some fucking whatever and quit being a little bitch. You know what I mean? It's a grind that I'm going, of course you are. That's the whole point of doing it. Why would you go out there and not grind? Like answer the phone. And not grind. Why? Why would you not go out there and not grind? Why? Why would you not want the opportunity? Why would you even start an authority, right? And see, and that's the thing too. It's like all these insurance companies. I talk to so many people when I'm doing insurance. Like I'm getting ready to have a whole bunch of calls for insurance. And they're going to call me about insurance. all these people are going to call me by insurance. And I'm like, okay, do you understand the difference between direct bill and finance? Do you understand that progressive? What do you want to do with your company? Well, I'd like to add some trucks. Well, if you add some trucks, do you want to put down payments up front, or do you want to only put one down payment? Do you want to have a whole bunch of money hidden out there you don't know about, or do you want to all just to do a premium? And do you understand how you're going to renew next year, or what fleet status means? Do you understand that the difference between 50 weeks and doing it monthly and $18,000 and $16,000, that and 16,000 only won't let you hire certain company drivers and you can't expand. The 18,000 or $19,000 will let you do this. It's like, well, that's $2,000 more a year, but it's only $20 more a week. That gives you the freedom to be able to expand when you need to for what you want to do. Why aren't you paying attention to this stuff in your plans? Like, when you're doing all this, you know what I mean? Why, when you go out there, if you're so committed to opening your authority, why wouldn't you make sure your insurance will allow you to diversify from day one so you can cover yourself? I mean, so many people go out there and take the cheapest rate because they have no credit. They got to get their authority so fast. They do these down payment half things with different factoring companies like TBS and all that shit. And then next thing you know, they can't add on, and now their insurance is high and they're screwed. They're screwed. You're like literally, your ass is kicked. And then you wonder why you screwed up. I remember when Gordon Parsons over there did it the first time, exactly like that. And he'll tell you, he can't even argue with me. And now look at this guy now. He waited a little bit. He went back. He leased on with this person. Now he's not even on load boards. He's using direct customers. He can't in this market. He can't even expand fast enough right here over in Illinois by Paris. He's so busy because he paid attention and he did it right the second time. Everybody messes up the first time. Not everybody, but learn from people that messed up the first time. Like me. Shit, I went through 88 drivers back in 2008 and 10 whenever I grew 25 trucks my first 15 months. Wisconsin is a great place to be. Cheeseheads, except for the Packers suck, but go Chiefs. But there's a lot of great freight up there. I like Minnesota to Chicago area. I don't like Chicago, but I like that Green Bay, the Upper Peninsula, Green Bay, Kenosha, Milwaukee, all the way over to St. Paul, all that stuff in between. God, it's a great place. I don't like Chicago, but and I really, honestly, I don't really like Minneapolis either. The outskirts of Minneapolis, but between Minneapolis. I like Milwaukee. I like Green Bay. I like all the northern area. I like everything down through. I love Omaha. I like going down towards Kansas. If I could go and draw Omaha, Kansas City, Chicago, St. Paul, and Green Bay right there in that little area, maybe a little bit over down farther in Illinois, maybe Indy, like that box right there. That's the perfect place to build a company and be home on weekends and build a product. But see, no, what everybody does is they get their authority from fucking Minnesota, and now they start running down to Florida because they want to run to Dallas. They go over to fucking Northeast and out to Denver. Then they turn around and chase right back, or they do that wheel and they call that running, and it's horrible. It's the most horrible type of running you'll ever do in your life. It sucks. It makes you want to be drunk, like, ugh, it's not even worth it. And you like think about it, you're doing all that running, and there's so many places, factories, manufacturing right there. Like, it's insane. It's insane, but you're not doing any of it. And what you're hauling for brokers that don't have trucks. Doesn't that make sense? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Guys, I got to go. My phone is blowing up like crazy. I don't want to talk your head off. It's been almost an hour. I'll come back on Wednesday probably and talk again. I won't be around tomorrow because doctor's appointments. But me and Frank, check out Frank G tomorrow night. And if you guys haven't joined the Facebook group, Shaggy Consulting and Training Group, get over to the other side over there and join Shaggy's Consulting and Training Group. Make sure you guys join a like G3 Trucks and Freight group. Both of those groups, we do live training all the time, and we're getting more and more better, guys. And guys, don't forget to check out my boy Braden Cromwell. We're getting ready to wrap his car, red, white, and blue. He's getting ready. We have our racing teams going with Again, this year we're going to be doing Sprint Week. It's coming up. It's going to be exciting. We have the race car again. I can't wait to be a part of young kids racing. So much fun. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And then next year we're going to have a couple more. We're going to have them out there Sprint Week, red, white, and blue, rocking the American kid, right? We need some American in here, American kid. We need some liven up. So we'll have that going. And we got my big guy, Van at Brown Ox, man. He's got some stuff coming in. Guys, if you haven't ever, I mean, that guy's the coolest dude ever, man. He like as much stuff as that guy gives away, and the story of how he built that product, and the way that he's built that with Tony Justice and the posses and all those guys and Frank G, and he goes to all of those places and they donate the breast cancer and all those different things that guy does. If you guys like do anything, buy any chemicals like for windows or shining your trucks or whatever. I mean, it's like in every store around the world. It's really cool too because he don't really pay people to do stuff. It's all about people that like his product, like me. I don't get any money from that guy. I like the way he helps Braden in my race team, and we're gonna put stuff on the cars while Braden races all over the place, just because he likes helping by promoting it. It's about helping one person to the next. And giving back. Last year I gave so much money back that I made. We opened a school where we're helping kids that we haven't profited with martial arts. I donated a lot of money to the racing. Me and Braden opened a foundation to help kids in racing, which we're still going to do. We haven't stopped yet, just a little detainer because a lot of stuff going on. You think about all the hours that we do training. We're always on here, me and Frank, and trying to help people. I'm getting blown up all the time on the phone, and but there's new things coming. The freight sales. Freight, lots and lots of freight sales, lots of live videos in August coming up. As soon as I figure out where I'm going to put the customers, because what good is it to go out in the Scooby-Doo car and drive down the road over here on 40 and pull up in customers? I don't need to do the research. I can walk in the parking lot, see the coils, I-beams, the materials they have, the flatbeds there, the dry vans coming in, the companies. Shit, I can look them up on the phone and see what they're doing and then slap e-carry check in 2 minutes in the parking lot. But if I walk in and Howard Lawrence gives me freight, what am I going to do with it? So that's the problem, because for the last few years, I've been giving it to everybody else. Now it's time to change. Now it's time to give it to the people that count, the people that we're going to help. Because if you can't do for others and do great things, then what are you in here for? Like there was a guy that said, if you want a guy that cusses at you all the time and tells you how it is or mean to you or whatever, then go to that Shaggy guy. Well, you know what? That's because I give a fuck. You know what I mean? I care. I want to get it through your fucking thick skull that it doesn't work like that. That's why old timers like Joe Denny and all those other guys out there sit back and laugh at all the stupidity out there that's happening, because that's not the way it is. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these guys that are giving advice and stuff, and it's not that way. This is not an easy business. It's very hardcore, a lot of complex pieces, and it never stops. It always keeps going and going. The only time it stops is when you are just using the load boards, because it stops at 6 o'clock and you're done. You don't do anything else. Or you're doing that free for all shit where you're doing the percentage stuff, or you're staying out all the time. Why did you get into why would you have a job or a career where you live your life as that career? Your life is that you're a slave to that business, when it's such a lucrative business that it doesn't have to be, especially if you're a driver or owner operator nowadays. There's every market in the world. Why would you allow, because you're too lazy to educate yourself on what's going on, why would you allow yourself not to be home on the weekend or during the week? Why would you allow yourself to be stuck in Washington, the Northeast, and all these places you go? Is the money really that important? Well, because the more you make, the more taxes you pay. And then are you really putting it away? Do you really have the banks and the nice shit that you're talking about to show for everything you're doing? Why does it look like all the people that run their businesses like that don't have nice shit? They don't have anything. They're always maintaining. Their they're not nice. They're always worn out. They're that one guy that stinks in the truck stop. Looks like his belly's hanging out. His credit sucks. His wife's always waiting for the next paycheck. Why? All right, I'm done. 1 hour. I said I was only going to come on for an hour. Guys, check out Shaggy's Consulting and Training Group. Check out Frank G3 and Trucks Group. Check out the boot camp coming up next week. You got 7 days to sign up for the next round of 3. And remember, You only got 2 more weeks to get in on the cheaper price, and then the price is going up. So if you really want to take your business to the next level, if you're an established trucking company right now, you have company trucks and you're not diversifying, you need to know what to do, or you're starting out, you want the network before you start and learn how to do it. You want to learn how to get customers? Give me a call. Sign up for the boot camps. Let's work. I'm here for you. Hey, Terry, how you been, brother? Terry Brown's in the house. Love you guys. Be good. Stay cool. It's going to be hot this week. And prepare to get home for the 4th of July. It's 2 weeks away. It's our Independence Day. Woo! Even though everybody's not happy because we're all confused. You got all these weird things going on. This month, that thing, this thing, their thing, all that. But one thing you do, stick to your plan. And if you don't have one or you're confused about it, you need to get one. Peace.